Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Chris, and for today's video, I would like to discuss a new purchase of mine in the highlighting department. And I just want to preface this video by I'm just your regular girl who purchases makeup, but not like a lot. I like to just keep, you know, just a little bit. I don't like to overbuy. If I really think I need it in my collection, or I don't have something like it, or will add to my collection, that's what I like to do. So I just want to say that because I know this highlight palette is, you know, really old in our fast-paced, constantly coming out of products day and age of makeup and beauty. But that's fine. I got this Kathleenlights palette from Makeup Geek, and it's absolutely beautiful. I've already used this so many times. Oh, that's backwards. I've already used this multiple times, and I constantly just reach for this palette. So for this highlighting palette, we have the a night light, which is still gold toned, which I think is perfect for me. We have this rose gold starlight. That's how I would describe it. And the sunlight is a little bit too deep for me, but I'm gonna try to use it today to bronze up my face. Let me just do a quick swatch. So, oops, let me just remember which one is which. So, nightlight, starlight, and sunlight. The swatch does not justify it. As soon as you put it on your face, it is so amazing. So, what I like to do when I highlight, I should have done this beforehand, but let me just bronze up my face with using my Physicians Formula medium to dark. I like this. I like to use this in the perimeter of my face. I already have a little bit of sheen, but I haven't done this before. But we can try using sunlight. We're gonna deep go like that, and then combine it and see how it looks. So for the summertime, I prefer a lighter makeup. I've never tried this. Let's try that again. And so I don't really contour. I just like to add dimension to my face. So that's what I like to do. That's a really pretty kind of bronzy highlight. I like that. Or yeah, bronzy highlighty bronze. I don't want to add any more shine here because I will be... Actually, why not? Let's experiment. Let's experiment. I just want to also say that I also got the Bretman Rock. Like, as soon as it released, I got the Bretman Rock / Morphe collaboration. And that was such a huge disappointment. It was chalky, it was not pigmented, it wouldn't show on my face. Oh my gosh, you guys, how beautiful is that? And see, I like this. And I also got the Makeup Geek, the yellow pigment. I like that as well. I'm going to be comparing that to the Violet Voss yellow. I got Makeup Geek products from BoxyCharm, and that's how I got first. That is how I knew about Makeup Geek originally. Of course, an avid fan right here of watching YouTube. I've seen Marlena, of course, Makeup Geek. And so I've been wanting to try it. But for me, I'm from Canada. I really have a hard time trying to purchase products from the US because it's just the conversion rate is such a pain in my behind. So that's the reason why I don't purchase more products, you know, that I want to try that's US based. That's my only kind of gripe, I guess you can say. That's kind of holding me back. Not really a gripe, I mean, it is what it is, but that's why. So now that we've used that, it's pretty nice and subtle. And let me just bronze up my nose. Give me a second. I don't know if you would really consider this contouring, but I want to try to use this lighter shade of a bronzier shade from Lunatic. I'm going to show you guys. Another holy grail for me. Lunatic Cosmetics. And so let me just get my brush for the... What I like to use is this brush that we got from BoxyCharm, the Glamour Dolls brush, and that's what I like to use to contour your nose a little bit. Not so much. Again, we're just adding some dimension to my face because especially after putting all that foundation, you kind of lose dimension to your face. And so just to add that, nothing harsh, nothing harsh. For me, I'm more comfortable with putting a more harsher makeup at night. Although I can't really say that because when was that? I was with my friend. We went out, and what did I use? I had like this was during the day. I had like gold glitter falsies. We tried out this Rosalinda, this vegan restaurant in Toronto. I had a full beat, and I got compliments for that too. So I guess it just depends on my mood. So anyways, I prefer doing a lighter color, a lighter shade for my nose. I feel as though that looks more natural for me. Is I like to sandwich my highlighter and put the blush on. So let's try. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite. This one is my favorite, just Nightlight for my contour. And if it's still, I don't know, if I can find the link, the Makeup Geek link, I would definitely I will definitely try to link it down below. I don't know if it's still on, if it's still on the website, if it's still in stock, but I like to use this fan brush again that we got from BoxyCharm, and I just like to, oh my gosh guys, look at that. Honestly, oh my gosh, can you see? Friggin' blind. Oh my gosh, I love this highlighter. Again, I don't know if I already said it, but yeah, I was so disappointed with the Bretman Rock highlighter palette that he came out with Morphe. It's just like, that was a mess. Like, nothing was working for me. None of the shades worked for me. I felt awful, you know? And I didn't really get a chance to further, I'm gonna use this for my nose, like update that, because also as it was a little bit, you know, intimidated because he has a big personality, and I don't want him to think, you know, that I'm just criticizing it just for the sake of criticizing it. But you know, it's a big testament when I'm not even reaching for that palette anymore, and the only reason I'm keeping it is because I want to support him. I don't know, I actually might declutter that. So I like to just stamp that in more to my skin, just so the highlight is more one with my skin. Oh my gosh, honestly, for me, this, and I love not the Ofra, the Becca. I really love the Becca one, but I reach more for this than the Becca one. I do, the Becca Opalescent. I reach for this way more. Let me just use a different brush for my nose contour. While we're doing this, why don't we just, I have this thought. I've been thinking about it. On us humans not being accepting of one another. And I wanted to talk about migration, for example. Have you guys noticed, okay, that others in the natural world, migration is such a common thing, and it was for us humans too when we were still, you know, searching for a place to live and to settle down, and we didn't really have the technology yet like we do now with farming. To, you know, we didn't have irrigation wasn't invented yet, so our ancestors had to go about going to different places. That's why you see you know, other humans going too close to water, living close to water, because there's, you know, you can eat, or like in warmer climates, for example. And or for our ancestors to end up living like in the colder climates, like they adjust, and you know, they had to search for food and migrating at that point. You know, it was not a big deal. Like, we were very accepting. And am I saying that was perfect? No, but even if you look like with our fellow animals, like the birds and elephants, for example. But my main examples are like the birds. There's birds that come back to Canada when it's warmer here, and they go to the south to when it's winter here, so they can survive. And you don't see other birds or other animals like, man, I'm gonna build a wall. You know, like, you're not allowed here. Why do you think we're like that? What happened to us that all of a sudden migration is such like a bad thing? You know, other animals do it, they coexist, and borders are a human made thing. Borders are not real. And you know, when you think at night and you realize that, imagine, and I know this is daydreaming, but imagine if us humans actually cooperated with each other, how advanced our technology already, you know, how further our technology will be if we actually cooperated. Like, think of those children who died of starvation. Like, one of them, if given a chance to live, you know, could have, you know, invented better things for us, or, you know, cured AIDS. And that just makes me sad, really. Like, in reality, sorry, I'm just looking over there looking for a blush. I think I'm just gonna use the blush from this palette, but yeah, I think of that and ask myself, like, what happened? What do you think happened? That we just are so mean to each other. And it makes me friggin', upset and sad at knowing that there's families that are being separated. And those families that are going to the border, seeking asylum, that's their legal right. The international community agreed, and I will link down a Democracy Now! Video down below of we need to accept asylum seekers and of course vet them and make sure they're telling the truth, but they have the right to go there. But why are we so mean? Like, why? Like, what? Hold on. And so, of course, for me, I'm gonna use, I don't know, just, I guess this one. It's like a nice shade. But yeah, I just think about that and just kind of ask myself, like, whenever I watch the news, like, it can be very friggin' depressing, but I'm lucky I have my family with me. And I'm lucky to have that. And I think even in the beauty world, we should be discussing these things because everything is intersectional. We are all part of the human family. I know that's cheesy or cliche, but it's true. We're all part of this big human family, and that we should care and be kind and be diplomatic to one another, even in our day-to-day lives, especially in our day-to-day lives, because that's so important. And I will be discussing a booktube series that I have with Howard Zinn. I will try to link that below, and I think that's why I like history. I feel that the more of us who know history or who study history, the more we can hopefully break the cycle of injustice and that learning that, okay, this is not the only time that this happened. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. Because as a person who I have kids, just when I hear this news and this account, it's like, I'm not even joking, like I freaking cry when I listen to this, because I can just only imagine if that happened, if someone rips my babies from me. So be kind and be nice. And if you, on just a side note, if you can get this on sale, that would be really good. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's my, highlight. I just wanted to show you my step, because actually today I'm pre-filming for the week because I have a full-time job, so I can only film like a Sunday or a Saturday, and I'm usually pretty busy. Like yesterday I couldn't film at all. Yesterday was Saturday, and so I just wanted to pre-film a lot. And I was actually thinking of putting on, my highlight everything off camera and just focus on the Flamingo palette by Violet Voss, which you'll see next, so subscribe. But what was I gonna say? Blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to show this, just to have more videos that I can upload, because I like being, consistent, or as I just like to record a lot, so during the week I can just edit when I have chance, and then just upload. But yes, this is so much better for me. Like, this highlight is just so awesome. And you know what? highlight your day by being kind. You know, I always try to compliment, you know, whoever, or holding the door, or just being nice, or I'm not gonna say all the nice things that I do. I don't need to broadcast it, but even just within my family. Anyways, I think that's about it. Whew. If you like this kind of videos, and if you like Kathleenlights highlight palette, please subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below on what you think happened to us humans that we end up with this government that we have now that would rather put pipelines. And hello, we need water, wood, in terms of migration. Why we have all these borders. Of course, I have my own ideas, but I would like to ignite conversation, because that's one thing I like about YouTube and social media in general, is you can have a big conversation involving a lot of people. And I think conversating and talking about it and trying to look at other people's perspective is so important. And I will see you in my next video. I swear my outro is so cringe. Bye bye guys.